A lot of people walk into a bookstore or browse online for self-improvement resources and end up confused because there are too many options, too many bold claims, and no clear way to decide what actually works. You might have had that moment where you are standing there trying to figure out which book will genuinely help you move forward instead of adding more noise to your life. I understand that feeling because I have read more than 50 self-improvement books with the goal of separating useful material from the material that does not create lasting change. In this video, I am giving you a straightforward guide to the books that consistently produce results. I am breaking it into 3 levels, so you can start with what fits your current stage and move up as your understanding grows. Before we get into the list, let's talk briefly about why books remain effective. They allow you to access organized thinking from someone who has spent years studying one problem. You get time with their structured ideas without distractions. Reading engages your mind actively, supports deeper focus, reduces stress, and helps form new patterns that influence how you think and behave. The guide has 3 levels: the foundation for beginners, going deeper for the next stage, and advanced insights for people who want to understand themselves at a more comprehensive level. Let's begin. When you are starting your self-improvement journey, you do not need complexity. You need clear structure, practical steps, and evidence-based tools that give you measurable progress. The first book is Atomic Habits by James Clear. This book explains how to build consistent habits through small, manageable actions that are easy to maintain. Clear's approach helps you focus on simplifying your goals and building habits that can grow naturally once the foundation is in place. The emphasis is on consistency, not intensity. If you often start strong and lose momentum quickly, this book will help you anchor a stable routine. Next is Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. Frankl was a psychiatrist who studied how people endure hardship and maintain a sense of direction in extremely difficult conditions. The core of the book explains how purpose, personal values, and mental attitude influence resilience. It helps you understand how to create meaning in your own life, even when you cannot change certain external circumstances. This book is ideal if you feel lost, or if you are trying to understand why your life feels misaligned. The third book is The Gifts of Imperfection by Brené Brown. Brown researches vulnerability, shame, and emotional resilience. This book explains how striving for perfection blocks mental well-being, relationships, and authentic living. She outlines 10 practices that help you accept yourself, set healthier expectations, and build confidence without relying on external approval. This is especially useful if you struggle with people-pleasing, self-criticism, or chronic pressure to meet unrealistic standards. Once you have built some emotional awareness and stable habits, you can move into material that helps you understand deeper behavioral patterns. Start with Daring Greatly by Brené Brown. This book takes the concepts from The Gifts of Imperfection and shows you how to apply them in real interactions. It breaks down the behaviors people use to protect themselves from emotional exposure and shows how those same behaviors limit relationships, creativity, and growth. This book is helpful if you want to improve your connections with others or make progress in your career, but often hold back out of fear of judgment or rejection. Next is The Mountain Is You by Brianna Wiest. This book examines self-sabotage as a behavioral pattern shaped by unconscious protective strategies. Wiest explains how people create barriers for themselves because they are trying to avoid discomfort, uncertainty, or perceived failure. She guides you through understanding why this happens and how to build healthier internal responses. If you repeatedly stop yourself right when things are going well, or if you have long-standing patterns that keep you stuck, this book will help you understand and interrupt them. The third book for this level is Positive Intelligence by Shirzad Chamine. Chamine presents a framework that identifies patterns of negative thinking that influence your decision-making, mood, and confidence. He explains how these patterns develop and teaches short mental exercises that help you shift into a more productive and balanced state. This book is useful if you struggle with constant self-criticism, worry, or overthinking, and want practical tools you can use daily. If you have been getting value from this breakdown, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss future deep dives into material that can improve your life in a measurable way. Now, let's focus on people who want to understand the deeper mechanisms of emotional patterns, trauma, and the relationship between the brain and behavior. These books require more focus, but provide a much clearer understanding of why you react the way you do. Start with The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk. This book explains how trauma affects brain function, memory, stress responses, and the physical body. It shows why talking alone is sometimes not enough, and why sensory-based or body-focused therapies can play a central role in recovery. This book is important if you have experienced trauma, prolonged stress, or symptoms that do not make sense to you, but clearly affect your daily functioning. The next advanced book is Mindsight by Daniel Siegel. Siegel combines neuroscience and emotional regulation to explain how awareness of your internal processes helps you change your responses. He outlines a set of skills that help you observe your thoughts and emotions without getting overwhelmed by them. This book is helpful if you want to understand how your mind works at a deeper level and how to create more balanced emotional responses in daily life. One newer release worth noting is Stop Letting Everything Affect You by Daniel Chidiak. This book focuses on emotional regulation, overthinking, and setting psychological boundaries. It is useful for people who absorb stress from their environment or feel overwhelmed by external pressure. As a way of recap, here is the list of books covered. For beginners, we have Atomic Habits, Man's Search for Meaning, and The Gifts of Imperfection. For intermediate readers, we have Daring Greatly, The Mountain Is You, and Positive Intelligence. For advanced readers, we have The Body Keeps the Score and Mindsight. Self-improvement works best when you choose material that matches your current stage of growth. Pick one book from this list that fits where you are today and commit to finishing it. If this video supported your clarity, give it a like and subscribe for more practical guidance. I would also like to hear from you. Share one book in the comments section that genuinely influenced your life and give a brief explanation of why it mattered. Someone else may benefit directly from your recommendation. Thank you for watching.